We've defined our campaign goals and who we're targeting. Now, we need to determine how to make it happen. Mapping things out gives you a better idea of which strategies are more feasible to execute or just make sense altogether. It's where you separate the pie in the sky ideas from the strategies that you can implement tomorrow. To do that, you need to define your internal organization clearly. Answering this next set of questions will set you up for seamless content production. Are my brand and style guidelines established and formally documented? Simply put, do you have brand and/or editorial guidelines? Do they live in your head or are they documented? It's challenging to develop a content strategy for your brand if it's not defined or documented for reference. How many people are involved in the decision-making process? There's such a thing as too many cooks in the kitchen. Define who is essential in the decision-making process. Who are the internal stakeholders involved in the review and approval process? Everyone on your team is essential, but only some are stakeholders. Determine who is necessary to review your production, along with why and how. Not to mention who ultimately has the final say. How does your content help buyers address the jobs to be done? Returning to the bottom line, how does your content help your audience? Potential customers must understand how your product or service will resolve their challenges. Do I have the resources I need to create the content? Think through what you need to produce the content you've defined. And keep in mind, sometimes less is more. Do I have the budget I need to create the content? And finally, consider your budget. Your budget can help determine your resource allocation and vice versa. By answering these questions, you should have insight into which strategies you can execute within the next 6 to 12 months and which you might want to kick down the road. Once you have mastered the how of your production, it's much easier to scale up content creation and promotion in the future. Now, let's get creating.